Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. And it's a very cool morning, but it's beautiful sunshine coming through from the wonderful dawn that we had. I had a friend share her vision of the the sun rising as our dawn from Alice Springs, and she had a very cold night there. We had a cold night here too, but I was lucky to have two dogs on the bed with me, keeping me warm. The sun is shining, and blue skies, but it's very cold. That chill of the dawn in winter, the middle of winter. Anyway, I'm rosboundy, psychic medium, bringing you the daily Lenormand card spread reading. So let's go across to the cards because I can see that I don't have any comments yet. So here we go. It is the Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck from Ciro Marchetti, the expanded edition. And the first card we're looking at is from that section, the expanded edition, and it's again the Labyrinth card. We've had that a few times over this last few weeks. So Labyrinth in the home space. We've got the young woman in our theme today, card 29, with the Ace of Spades. And in our workspace, we've got card 32, the Moon, with the Eight of Hearts. It's gorgeous cards, as any of these layouts are. They're rather gorgeous. Now, this oracle card, the Owl card, is about mystic messenger, and it conveys the messages from the divine realm, offering insights and guidance from higher beings. It looks very deep, doesn't it? A very interesting card, that one. And here we have from the regular deck, a wise old owl sat on a log. The more he saw, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why aren't we like that wise old bird? I love this one. Certainly one that I'm becoming very familiar with, the little saying. I didn't even have to really read it. And not that I can, with the way that this is not focusing. And usually on the white it's supposed to... There we go. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, so let's get to the cards. I'll zoom into those. And position, and here we go. And I can also pop up Michaela's greetings. Here you go, Michaela. Those lovely hearts. A good morning to you, Michaela. And a cold dawn. You agree? Yes, it has been. It is very cold. I don't know if there's frosty bits on the lawn out there, but like it probably is. And Fiona, a good morning, Ros girl in all around the globe. A good afternoon or a good evening. Whoa, Bookface was playing up for you. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. It's, well, I've found that several times there's some things that seem to be glitching a bit. Sorry, itchy eyebrow. And, yeah, they're coming through, Michaela. They were a bit slow, though, I'd have to admit. But that's okay. I can see you. I can see the comments, put it that way. Yes, so it's lovely. Lovely to be here, even in our coldness. Now, with the young woman in that theme, being the theme, we've got more contemplation today. So it's bringing through that we're really needing to think about things. I think we're needing to go a bit deeper, look at the past whys, because it is pointing to, the visual is that she is looking that way, which is indicative of past, and sort of sense what choices have we been making and the whys at that point in time, and then bringing it back into the relevance of where we're at now, so that whatever we're handling, whatever we're doing, whatever we're thinking about doing coming up, that we are bringing it into a good context of what we've learnt. Do you want to repeat? Is it something that you're learning from, that type of thing, and not being in that auto doing everything mode. We're needing to really put our mind to the process of digging a bit deeper and thinking into it, to bring a bit more relevance for what can change, because change is one of the inevitable things that we're going to be doing and going through anyway. Okay, so give it a bit of thought today. That's what I'm getting from this card for us. And we've got some more people who are popping in. So let's have a look. Fiona, you've already done, wow, you've already done the numerology. So it's a day number of 2. We've got the cards equaling a 5. So if you need to add that up together as well, it's a 7. Look, it's whatever. We're on that cusp, and I'm feeling that we are on a cusp, and that feel, we're taking those steps. We're needing to look both ways before we take a move. Like we had with the bridges, that was yesterday, I think it was, that time in the middle to contemplate. Here we've got it, the time that we're needing as a theme to really look into our hearts. That's what I consider the rose is showing us, that we've got a book. Is that a book of our own knowledge and that, or is it something that we're going to be able to sit and rest and just enjoy the day with reading a good book? Could be something like that. I know I've got book work. So, probably not so much rest, but bring it in as it needs to be. What means the important factors for you? What does it mean to you? Okay. And Keza, good morning, Ros, and all. Lovely to see you here, Keza. Lovely, lovely. And we've got Amazon Tompkins. I hope you are well. Thank you for popping in over on the YouTube channel. So, yes, I am well. I hope you are too, Amazon. And Keza, yes, thank you to Fiona. And that was probably for a hello or something like that. For the hellos we've got, yes. And Fiona, thank you. Keza Suckling. That's lovely. Thank you. And Michaela, 7 and 5 are both numbers of change. Yeah. I knew the 5 was definitely. 7, well, because I don't know the numerology in my head all the time, so I'll take your word for that. I know it's moving forward, so with anything, we are moving forward each and every day, isn't it? And that's what we're doing with the home energies, with the labyrinth in it as well. We're moving forward. Each and every one of these, the 3 people that are depicted here, are looking forward. They're not looking backwards. Even if we get to that point where there's a bit of a dead end, you'll still turn your body around to move forward. You're not going to be in reverse as such. You're not going to not see or look where you're going. So it's still, every step is going to be moving us forward in some form. I love the ability to be able to rest and really give a bit of thought here. I mean, I dare say that this woman here in the gazebo is resting, is thinking of what steps next and which way would she go. So the bonus here is being able to put your mind as if you are looking over the whole picture as well. To see it as we, if you remember those puzzle books that had the mazes, that you'd see the whole picture of that all in one go. Here, it's not quite so easy to do that, but at least putting your mind in the framework of a bird being able to fly above the whole realm of it and see the bigger picture. It could be that that's what your purpose is for the day today, is to look at the bigger picture, not at the minutiae and detail of where you're at. See what you think, because what we've got from the energy of the moon is going to influence as well, whether we work or not as such. So trust your steps moving forward in what is your plan, what is for you in your purpose, in your home space. This is your home. We're not given a book on how to live a life. Besides, well, for some that would believe the Bible is that guidance, or a Quran, or whatever sacred scriptures there might be, the Vedics and all the rest. They are but words. What we're doing is living our life and stepping into our own pathway. So I think that's what we're needing to trust in, our connection with the spiritual in whatever form that takes for you and for me, because we're all going to perceive that as individuals. So trust that process for you, move forward in it in confidence. Look, if there's doubt or anything, take a moment and think and reflect on it. Step forward again, continue the process so that you are progressing in your life in a way that's going to be meaningful for you and those around you as well, because we don't live in isolation, and it really is all those connections that are going to bring us meaning. Okay, and purpose, of course, in some form or another. Okay, now here we are going back to the comments. And I think it was, which one? So here's the other numbers that are showing. Oh, I'm losing track of where this is because Fiona's been able to put the numbers, the numerology on both the page and the profile. So there it is again for those that need the reminder. A day, number of 2, and the cards for 5. And Michaela's saying thank you, Fiona, for the numbers. And there we go. Fiona's got the thank you to Michaela. It's lovely to have those acknowledgements. And here we have Sharon from Good Morning, all the way from Alice Springs, Northern Territory. I mentioned, Shaz, that you'd shared that dawn visual with me, and how it was very cold up there last night. Well, this morning too, absolutely, as we were talking. Contemplation, mazes and phases. Enjoy the journey and make incredible progress. That's a great summary. Thank you so much for that one, Sandra. I love that contemplation, mazes and phases. Lovely. And 6 degrees freezing. It's only 6 degrees. I haven't even looked at mine yet, but yes, it does feel very freezing. I think probably if I looked it up on the BOM app, it would say exactly that, 5.2, and feels like -1 or something, because that is exactly what it feels like. Okay, here we go with our with the moon energy. It is a coolness about it. It's in the workspace. What I'm getting is that silvery aspect. It's almost like there is the little glitters of the moonbeams, but it's not even like that. The visual that I'm getting in my mind's eye is like that. Well, the reflection that it gives over an absolute still pond of water. If you've seen that, you're understanding what I'm feeling with the workspace today. It's almost like there's not even the ripple. There's a mirror effect, and what we're getting is that reflection into what we are doing, because I'm feeling that reflecting on how how we need to go a bit deeper than we normally do. The surface of automaton feeling of being in automatic mode, it's going deeper and understanding even a bit more of the background, why we're doing what we do. Have a look at the plan, because we've got the gizmo, and I can never remember what it's called, but this here that sets up for the natal chart, that is astrology, and the influence of the moon within that as part of the planetary alignments. The moon does definitely have a strong influence, and it is all geared around these cosmic bodies. Okay, we're feeling the depth of that in our workspace. So have a look if you are into astrology and you have the ability to open up your app like an Astro Gold or I can't remember the names of the other ones. I did used to have the one from Esoteric that was on a PC. But now I can't. Starfire, I think, something like that. There are apps that you can look up what the astrology is for the day to day, and if you've started a business, put your business start date in the context of the second body, and you can get the transits relative to your business, all that sort of interpretation. I'm feeling that we need to go a little bit deeper into what the purpose, vision, mission, and all that stuff with business. What is your workplace's mission and vision? Going back to the basics of why it is as it is. And, it is a bit like questioning and feeling the sense of having a good foundation is what I'm feeling, even in what you are doing within your workspace. The good foundation of, and because I'm working on them myself, standard operating procedures, so look at your SOPs and key KPIs, your key performance indexes, come back to something that is a grounding starting point for measuring, So it feels to me like we're going to have that looking at the reflection, what is being reflected back to us from some of what we're doing in our workspace. and really growing from that. I am feeling that we're needing to do the work that grounds us, that creates that foundation, making sure it is still strong, even if you've been going for years and you're needing to re-look at some of that foundation works, what I'm getting there, and continue on with the journey. It's almost like the old-fashioned, sorry, I'm going to come back to here, and it's almost like the old-fashioned term of picking yourself up, bootstraps, rebooting the old computers was called that. It starts from the bootstraps, and I cannot remember exactly where the origins of it is, but I know bootstraps came into it. Very interesting, some of our history and how it's all moved through to being to being what it is today, and how much faster it's shifting through because of technological advancements and the AI input into it. Bit scary, some of it. And here we go. Shaz, you're at the airport sitting in the car waiting for your flight. Yep. Won't be too much longer, will it? And returning that car. It's lovely that you've had a wonderful time with your mum too. So, time up at home base, I suppose you call it. And beautiful hearts. Thank you, Michaela. And here we've got an armillary, is that what it's called? An armillary sphere, measure the cosmic bodies in astrology. Wow, never heard of that. I might have to do some homework. Thank you for that. I haven't heard that term, armillary sphere. Cool. We'll look that up. Thank you. Having an amazing day. And thank you for those beautiful emojis too. Do plan on hopefully having an amazing day. That's always the intention. And Joe, thank you, Roz. Happy Thursday. It will be a happy Thursday. Finally get some more of my work done, of course. I love doing the volunteering, but it takes away from the work. Where's my happy space all the time? Yes, it is. Oops, sorry. Here we go. Back to that. So glad I was able to be here this morning. You've shared perfect information for me. Thanks, Roz. Oh, thank you, Sandra. I hope it's always perfect for everyone, but sometimes it takes a little bit longer for us to actually understand what the cards' meanings are for us. Could be the end of the day or tomorrow. You never know. So thank you, Ros Girlie. Have a fab day, and some of us this side and the other side of the globe, the afternoon, good afternoon or good evening as well. Yes. Thank you, Fiona and Asay. So thank you for joining me, and I haven't checked whether my website's back up and running properly yet. I've had some issues with it, and I know the web developer, the person that I go to for help, didn't yesterday. It hadn't been yesterday morning. The issue hadn't been resolved, so I don't think they've been able to find it. And that's one of the things that I understand from all of this advancement in the technologies and everything. It will probably take so much longer to find the errors in things because it's become such a ginormous behemoth of information that once one thing goes wrong, it multiplies. Who knows? Who knows? The future will be the telling, won't it? Thank you so much for joining in, and hopefully tomorrow be about the same time without too much delay. And have a wonderful day, each and every one of you. Keep being the best you that you can be. And I'll see you then. Namaste.